Ladies and gentlemen, it might sound like I'm being a character or joking around or being funny when I say this, but it's very, very real. It's a very, very real thing. The meme coin market has spoken, right? It's speaking right now. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, we look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin's the biggest meme coin in the entire market. We look at the market cap chart for Dogecoin. We could look at the price chart, essentially giving us the same picture here. But essentially, when Dogecoin moves, historically speaking, hence when meme coin moves, that represents a front run to the incoming altcoin season. We know for a fact, looking at Bitcoin dominance, that altcoin season in the last cycle started in late December, pretty much early January. When did Dogecoin start going parabolic in the last cycle? Let's go to the logarithmic chart and see. It actually started going parabolic and breaking all-time highs right here in mid-December, front-running the rest of the altcoin market, front-running the altcoin season by about 2 weeks. This is very, very typical price action in Bitcoin bull markets. Meme coins move first. The coins of no utility, the coins that are worthless in any sort of real fundamental sense, they always move first. That's how it goes. And they also top out first. We saw Bitcoin topping out in November 2021. We saw Dogecoin topping out in May 2021, topping out in the first round of the Bitcoin bull market, not on the second. This is how it goes. Now, everyone talks about meme coins. They think, oh, meme coins are a waste of time. You should never buy meme coins. They're not worth anything. Well, you're wrong, actually. Most altcoins are worth nothing. 99% of the altcoins that are worth something, fundamentally, they have utility, are going to die anyway. And meme coins have an historical, proven track record for doing certain things at certain times in the cycle, right? So meme coins are not a waste of time at all. And Dogecoin right now and the rest of the meme coin market moving up is telling us something very, very clear. The altcoin season's coming, right? Whether you like it or not. Now, obviously, all of this relies on Bitcoin seeing a regular 4-year cycle and a regular 4-year cycle interaction between Bitcoin and altcoins as well. So if the 4-year cycle breaks, all of this analysis goes out the window, but this analysis is based on everything that Bitcoin has, which is the 4-year cycle. Every single morsel of price action that's taken place on any significant time frame for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole has been within the bounds of the 4-year cycle. So long as that overall structure remains intact, all of this analysis is true. It's just pretty much an extrapolation of a trend. It's not even really my opinion. It's just objective analysis. So what should we expect with altcoins? What is next for altcoins? What are altcoins doing right now? Why is Bitcoin dominance still rising? We'll discuss all of this today. Sorry for the lengthy introduction. Guys, leave a comment down below. Chuck an emoji down there. Chuck a few words down there. Anything you want. Just takes 15 seconds. I really appreciate it. Helps out the algorithm heaps. So go ahead and do that. I'll mention as well before we get into it, the Bitunix and Blowfin exchanges. The two exchanges I advertise on this YouTube channel. With Bitunix, you can get a 15% trading fee discount attached to your account for life on every single buy and every single sell you make just by signing up with my referral link. These exchanges have never been hacked before. They're very low in trading fees. They're global non-KYC. You're not going to get much better than that. Check them out down below. My links are down there, and Blowfin's an alternative option. Let's get into the content. Right, so the meme coin market is speaking currently. And that's great to see. That means that an altcoin season is likely coming. But if we look outside of meme coins, right, we do more objective analysis on broader macro trends. Let's look into that, for a moment here. We know that Bitcoin moves cyclically. We know the 4-year cycle is a thing. We know that every single macro movement on Bitcoin is part of that 4-year cycle. And hence we can compare the last cycle to the current cycle to give an idea about where we are cyclically speaking, right? They are comparable. We can extrapolate data forward. If we're looking at where we are in comparison to the last cycle on Bitcoin, we can draw a line at the prior all-time high, the 2017 all-time high, straight across and see the breakout point occurring right there in December 2020. We pretty much can do the same thing this time, drawing a straight line right across to the breakout point, which occurred right here in November, which is just a couple of weeks ago now. And we can pretty much see that in comparison to the last cycle, we are right here. That's where we are, right? We're on that first parabolic breakout point past the prior all-time high, the first real move of the macro bull market. And as you can see, that first move topped out in January 2021. Now, if we go to the total 3 cryptocurrency market cap chart, pay close attention here. This is a chart representing the entire market cap of the altcoin market. And we overlay the Bitcoin chart in red, and we take that January 2021 date point right there. We can see that when the first real Bitcoin parabolic move topped out, when it actually topped out, not when it started going down or not during that move, but when that move actually reached a top, only then did the altcoin market start going into that parabolic rally, right? You see that parabolic rally starting right there upon Bitcoin topping out. This tells us something very, very clear. It is when Bitcoin finishes its first parabolic move that altcoins start running properly. Right, we know that Bitcoin is on that parabolic move, okay? So when this parabolic move finishes, wherever it may be, and when we see the first real correction of this bull market before going back up again, right, when it tops out, that, historically speaking and cyclically speaking, is when altcoin season should actually begin. Now, we can further reinforce this by looking at it from a different viewpoint. Now we've got the Bitcoin dominance chart in red overlaid with the regular Bitcoin chart, and you can see Bitcoin dominance suddenly taking a sharp dive when that first Bitcoin parabolic impulse topped out. This is a very clear demonstration to what I just said, okay? Very clear representation of what I just said, I should say. It is Bitcoin dominance starts tanking and altcoins start rising massively when Bitcoin finishes its first parabolic move of the bull market. So when will this move end? We don't exactly know, but it could be any time within the next couple of weeks, right? We don't know where the price would be. We don't know where it might have even ended right here, right? Maybe it starts going down right now. Maybe altcoins start popping off right now. It doesn't really matter when it ends or where it ends. The fact of the matter is when this parabolic move ends, that is when we should expect Bitcoin dominance to start going down. And for these reasons, very simply, it is not concerning at all to see Bitcoin dominance continuously making new highs here, right? It's also not concerning to see Ethereum BTC making new lows here because we're simply not where we need to be yet to see the start of that altcoin season. We're on the very brink of the altcoin season beginning from a cyclical perspective, but we're not quite there yet. I mean, you know, this is why I said a week ago, in fact, I'll show you the video. I said literally, where is it? Here it is, okay? 13 days ago, I said altcoin season starts now. And I meant that from a macro perspective. From a macro perspective, if we're zooming out from a 4-year cycle perspective, this macro move is the very move in which altcoin season will begin. When it tops out, that's the trigger point, okay? So we'll wait and see what happens. Obviously, you know, we can wait for TA confirmation as well. We can wait for... And when I say we can wait, I don't mean you shouldn't buy altcoins. I'm saying that in terms of, you know, seeing whether that altcoin season is actually confirmed, we can wait for something like a breakdown of the weekly chart RSI level on Bitcoin dominance. We can wait for something like a breakdown of the weekly chart support level on Bitcoin dominance in yellow there. We can wait for Ethereum BTC to break a couple of these white lines. These are all things we can wait for. We can wait for Ethereum BTC to break its descending resistance on the RSI weekly chart, right? All of these things will actually confirm it. But if we're talking about when it should start from a cyclical perspective, pretty much on the top of this current move we're seeing across the market. So the meme coin market has spoken, guys, right? Dogecoin has spoken, and it looks like this is probably the calm before the storm, if you can call it a calm, because a lot of altcoins are actually moving right now. So get ready, guys. It could be coming quite soon. Now, I will say again, just another disclaimer, all of this relies on the 4-year cycle playing out perfectly, which is not a guarantee. So it's not really a video in which I'm making sharp predictions. It's a video in which I'm making cyclical observations and extrapolating them forward. It's very, very objective. This is not as subjective as you might think it is. So guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a comment down below, an emoji, anything. Actually, I want you to answer this question for me. Do you think I should start making altcoin videos on this YouTube channel like I did in the last bull market? Answer that question. I'd really appreciate that response there. I'm really contemplating it quite heavily. I'm not too sure yet. We'll see what happens. But guys, go ahead and check out the Bitunix and Blowfin exchanges. 15% trading fee discount attached to your account for life on every single buy and sell you make. You can save thousands over the course of a long run there, depending on how much you trade. Never been hacked before. Global non-KYC. Everything you need. Check them out. The links are down below. And the last thing I'll mention is my VIP group on Telegram. I trade altcoins 4 times a week on VIP. I post those altcoin trading signals to you directly in a group chat. And you also have the discussion group there as well. You can discuss the market with 120 other members. 78% win rate over the course of over 2 years of trading results. Exceptional stuff there, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment. Appreciate it. Thanks.